is jointly sponsored by the Journalism and Fiction departments with a generous grant from Columbia's Critical Encounters Initiative. Our Critical Encounters theme this year is Rights, Radicals, and Revolutions. Though Mahmoud likely would not describe himself as a radical, he is indeed a revolutionary, and he has been fighting for his right to tell stories under a succession of oppressive Iraqi regimes that would have preferred if he had remained silent.
So, you published your first novel, you went to prison.
Yes.
When you came out of prison, how long did you stay in Iraq?
Actually, I went to Morocco, and because they dismissed me from work. I worked in Morocco, and I wrote 2 novels in Morocco. When I returned back to Iraq in 1967, and I submitted the first novel in 1968. If you write a novel, you should have to see it to security or to censorship to judge on it. If they say this is against the government or this is against the Ba'ath, that your life will finish.
Well, and you told me that you hid something that you wrote in a water tank. In a water tank, wrapped up.
And when I get ready to go outside, I took it and I traveled to Jordan. When I arrived in Jordan, I went to publishing company. He told me, "What is this book about?" I told him about the prison. He told me, "Okay, follow your book and don't stay here in Jordan 1 minute." I fled to Syria. He told me there is another condition. I told him, "What's the third condition?" He told me, "You should have to cooperate with us." He told me there is about 100,000 Iraqi in Syria. We don't know what they think, what they do. And you are, because Iraqi, you can go through them and give us the idea. The 4th novel of mine, I wrote it about Morocco. And this is prohibited 1970 and got first prize 1993. In Iraq, I published it in Jordan, and I saw one of my friends, he wrote in newspapers, he told me, I read this novel, is very great, give me, there is a contest in Baghdad. After 3 months, I hear my name in the broadcasting. I won the first prize. But when they realized this novel was prohibited, they kept the money award. They didn't give it to me. Second time when I arrived Iraq, I hear knock next day, knock on the door. I opened, I saw 2 security people. They tried to destroy me in Emirates. Even when I returned back from Iraq, this Emirate security asked me to come and they asked me questions too, like the Iraqi.
Your family stayed in Iraq, even
Yes.
as you were doing this shuttling
Yes.
back and forth, right? And then at this point, when all of this happened, you said, it's time to go, and you needed to get your family out.
Yes. All my friends went to Europe, and nobody translated their books. Even if their books wrote very high literature branch, but nobody translated their books. Here in America, maybe I can translate my books.
So you came for the love of your writing, because
Yes.
you believed there was more possibility
Yes,
here for
yes,
you
yes.
as a writer.
Yes.
So I just wanted to ask you about getting your books translated and like just that process and how happy you are. Do you ever find yourself just upset or basically feel like you're being censored just because of the language barrier?
The change is not very important. That means you can read the book and you understand it, even with this change. I prefer what happened here in America. They publish the book without a question. They publish it as it.
What was most surprising when you first came to the United States for you between your home and here?
In my view, the society different, any society different than another society. And you cannot live in another society a normal life unless you get some, you give some thing from you take something from others, like that. Thank you.